I'm Gina. I got an A-star in Politics A-level and now I work at Politics Explained, and here are 3 key weekly examples that you can use in your essays to get an A-star. The first example we're going to look at is the US government shutdown as an example of public pressure and gridlock in Congress. On 12th of November, US President Donald Trump signed legislation ending the longest government shutdown in US history, which lasted 43 days. Final continuing resolution funds the government until January, and it was negotiated by Republicans and 8 Democratic senators. It does not contain expiring Affordable Care Act tax credits that the Democrats had demanded must be extended. During the shutdown, 700,000 federal workers were furloughed and SNAP payments were suspended. It shows how intense partisanship in Congress can lead to legislative gridlock. Both parties refused to compromise, and Senate Democrats used the filibuster to block the Republican budget. By bipartisan support, the government could not be funded. Also highlights the influence of public opinion on Congress. Democrats failed to secure their core demands, and because funding legislation must be approved by both chambers, the president can't unilaterally end a shutdown. Instead, Trump relied on the bully pulpit to appeal directly to the public and blame Democrats through national speeches, press conferences, and social media. Pressure from voters forced Democrats back to the negotiating table, ultimately voting for the bill. The second example we're going to look at is the Panorama edit as an example of the politicisation of the UK media. 9th of November 2025, Director General of the BBC, Tim Davie, resigned following accusations of political bias. Concerns about the BBC's impartiality intensified after a Panorama documentary edited a speech by Donald Trump, which critics argued was misleading and deceptive. Traditionally, broadcast media in the UK are bound by Ofcom's stringent impartiality rules, which aim to ensure balanced coverage. Under its charter, the BBC is committed to due impartiality in all of its output. Controversy raises concern about the politicisation of the UK broadcast media. A healthy democracy relies on voters having accurate and impartial information. If the BBC appears biased, it risks spreading misinformation and eroding public trust in the media as an independent institution, therefore harming democracy. The final example we're going to look at is the discharge petition on the Epstein files as an example of Congress's oversight function. In November 2025, a discharge petition in the US House of Representatives to compel a vote requiring the Justice Department to release all the files related to Jeffrey Epstein reached the crucial 218 signatures. The discharge petition is a procedural mechanism the House can use if it gains the support of the majority of members. It forces a vote on regardless whether the party leaders support it. It empowers individual legislators and illustrates the independence of representatives who often break with the party and respond to public constituency. The petition received bipartisan support from 4 House Republicans, and the Epstein Files Transparency Act was introduced amid growing public pressure on the Trump administration to disclose additional Epstein-related files. This illustrates Congress's oversight function, as by advancing the measure through a discharge petition, members force the Justice Department to release the